All right, let's just dive right into this. Imagine pouring your absolute heart and soul into writing a novel, dropping it halfway through, and then actually waking up inside that exact same world. But here's the catch. You aren't the brave, overpowered hero. You aren't even the cool, brooding villain. You are an extra. In fact, you're an extra so utterly unimportant to the plot that you literally don't even have a face. Just a floating question mark. Welcome to this explainer on one of the absolute wildest story concepts we've come across. A creator trapped as the absolute weakest background character in his own deadly monster-filled universe.
So what exactly happens when the literal creator becomes the absolute weakest link in the chain? Well, our protagonist, Hajin, finds his stats completely wiped, reset to 0. But he does get one lifeline. His old writing laptop magically appears right there in his room. The very second he touches it, that faceless question mark shatters, and he finally gets a real face. Now, when it's time to allocate his stats, he pulls off a massive gamble. He just dumps everything and maxes out his luck stat. And for his weapon, in a magic-dominated academy where everyone is wielding legendary swords and spears, he shockingly goes with a basic handgun.
Section 1. The extra with a gun. Okay, bringing a modern piece of metal to a magical sword fight sounds, well, like a literal death wish. But Hajin doesn't really have a choice, as he faces his first major academy test. Everyone at the Elite Cube Academy thinks he has completely lost his mind.
So here he is, armed with nothing but his old laptop, a Desert Eagle, maxed out luck, and a passive skill called Bullet Time. Right out of the gate, he is ruthlessly mocked by his elite teammate, Yona. Because modern weapons have absolutely zero magical potential, she tells him he's completely useless and should literally just stand back at the base and do nothing. But then, a terrifying black octopus completely overwhelms her. A face-sucking creature is just seconds away from ending her life. And that's when Hajin finally steps up. He activates Bullet Time, which drastically slows the world down for 3 seconds. With insane, pinpoint precision, he fires a mathematically impossible 60 bullets in those 3 seconds, completely wiping out the monsters and leaving his arrogant teammate absolutely stunned.
After the smoke clears and the adrenaline fades, Hajin checks his system alerts and sees a single number that changes the entire game: 27. He earned 27 story points. Now, this isn't just some arbitrary video game score, it is a literal reality-altering currency. He can type on his invisible laptop, which by the way no one else in the world can even see, and spend these points to upgrade his stats, modify his weapons, and literally bend the rules of the world he originally created. It is practically a cheat code for reality. Section 2. Changing the original plot. Realizing what he has, Hajin decides to use his author knowledge to gain a serious edge. He heads over to the National Weapon Museum, where the first major story arc is set to take place. Now, he wrote this to be an easy introductory fight, but when he gets there, he makes a terrifying realization. The main hero of the story, Suho, is getting absolutely demolished by a brutal counterattack. The plot is going violently off script. Boom, plot twist. A sudden system notification reveals exactly why this is happening. He has a co-author. Turns out, a fan who emailed him right before he was pulled into the novel is actively rewriting his story from the outside. The co-author felt Hajin's original draft lacked real tension, so they massively buffed all the bosses. Now, the demonic human boss at the museum is practically invincible, and the main heroes, Suho and the archer Naon, are literally seconds away from being killed. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Hajin opens his laptop right there mid-fight. He knows standard mana rounds won't even scratch this overpowered demon. So, he drops 100 of his hard-earned story points to literally edit his bullet's code on the fly, granting it the light attribute. He fires, and a massive, blinding beam of white light blasts the demonic human's arm clean off. He saves the heroes from certain death and proves that this quote-unquote extra is about to absolutely break the power scaling of his own world. Section 3. The Dark Demon Seed. But saving the day at the museum doesn't mean anyone is actually safe. Hajin soon uncovers the co-author's absolute cruelest change yet, and it's one that fundamentally alters his relationship with the characters forever. His system reveals the terrifying existence of the Demon Seed. It's basically a demonic parasite that incubates inside a human host for 5 years before violently taking over their body. And the devastating truth of the matter, Nan's beloved older brother, a famous hero named Jin Yoon, was infected 4 years ago. This means he has only months left before he completely transforms into an unstoppable monster and slaughters everyone he loves. It's a truly impossible situation. Hajin realizes that the only way to save the world, and to save Naon herself, is to kill her brother before the seed fully hatches.
He resolves to carry this incredibly dark burden entirely alone. But there's a horrible catch. It means he has to coldly push Naon away, treating her terribly right as she actually starts to respect him. If they become close friends now, his eventual betrayal will completely destroy her. Just think about how heartbreaking that is, having to play the cold-hearted jerk every single day just so the girl you're trying to save won't be as completely traumatized when you inevitably have to kill her brother. Section 4. Unlocking the Stigma. Knowing these threats are escalating way out of control, Hajin's system suddenly undergoes a violently painful update, literally burning a magical mark directly into his wrist. But pain brings power, right? This update unlocks his new, totally overpowered arsenal. He gains the Stigma, a magic mark tied directly to his creator authority that lets him summon mythical weapons right out of thin air. He also gets the Tome of Truth, which is a completely broken skill that will answer literally any question as long as he has the story points to pay for it. Add in a newly purchased parkour technique to seriously boost his mobility, and a point-bought temporary sniper rifle conversion mode for his handgun, and yeah, he is officially no longer just a guy with a gun, he is a one-man army. And he gets to test drive these new toys almost immediately during a school training exercise in an artificial dungeon. But of course, because of the co-author's constant meddling, things go south fast. A struggling foreign student named Sven makes a desperate pact with a demon right in the middle of the exercise. The safety illusions completely glitch out, and a massive, very real lava golem crashes into the arena, turning a routine practice into an absolute nightmare. Okay, so here's how the chaos plays out. To survive, Hajin uses his new parkour skill to scale a massive wall, dropping right into a perfect sniper position. Down below, the golem completely corners Naon. From the shadows, Hajin secretly fires a high-powered, paralyzing mana bullet straight into the monster's head, instantly locking it down. This gives Naon the exact split-second opening she needs to charge up a massive arrow and absolutely destroy the beast. And the best part? Afterward, even though Hajin has been deliberately trying to push her away, Naon quietly pulls him aside and actually thanks him. Section 5. Surviving the Final Exams. Now, if you thought the artificial dungeon was bad, the threats only escalate from here. Midterms bring pure chaos, infiltrating demons and deadly assassins actively targeting the Academy's top cadets. Right in the middle of the exams, the royal cadet Rachel is cornered by an elite demonic assassin sent by the major villain, Lancaster. She is completely outmatched, disarmed, and just seconds away from dying. Just as the final blow is about to land, Hajin drops in. He spends 250 story points to alter his weapon yet again, using a move he hilariously calls American breathing style, second variation, shotgun mode. One massive, deafening blast instantly obliterates the elite assassin, saving Rachel's life on the spot. But Hajin's exploits aren't just limited to the Academy walls anymore. In a brilliantly executed diversion, he actually travels to Paris. During a massive chaotic event in the city, he effortlessly steals an incredibly valuable artifact, Homer's ring, right out from under a powerful demon's nose. He even outsmarts the vice master of a top guild, using pure tactical wit, completely erasing her magic and slipping away like an absolute phantom. Let's just take a step back and look at how far this guy has come. He started as the absolute weakest, faceless extra drowning in massive debt. Now, he's the unseen savior of the museum, the golem slayer, and a tactical genius actively defeating high-level demons. He is rapidly drawing the attention of the world's most powerful guilds, elite heroes, and even dangerous underground criminal syndicates. Every single one of them wants to know the true identity of the mysterious cadet with the gun. Which brings us to our final, lingering question. Can Hajin actually survive his own story? He is gaining incredible power, sure, but the co-author is making the world deadlier by the second, and constantly hanging over his head is that tragic, unavoidable burden. He must soon murder Naon's brother, an act that will inevitably cast him as the absolute villain in her eyes. What will the co-author change next? How is he going to get out of this? You'll just have to dive into the source material to find out. That wraps up our explainer for today. Stay curious, and we will see you next time.